Welcome to the Nevis Newscast from Monday, May 13th, 2019. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. St. Kitts and Nevis's Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley, is currently in Grenada to attend the 5th meeting of the OECS Council of Foreign Affairs, COMFA, and the 22nd meeting of the Council of Foreign and Community Relations, COMFCAR, which are taking place at the Radisson Resort Grand as from Sunday 12th to Tuesday, 14th May. At the OECS COMFA meeting, Minister Brantley reiterated the need for the OECS member states to take a second look at their strategy for addressing the current issue of blacklisting by the European Union as a means of stemming the tide of negative impacts. He recommended the forging of alliances with influential development partners and conducting a technical analysis of other ways to seek redress to the economic and reputational damage that follows blacklisting. Minister Brantley welcomed the recent decision to establish the joint mission in Morocco in June 2019 as a further step towards deepening engagement with Africa, but equally focused on the need for St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider OECS to adopt a similar approach in establishing a physical presence in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, the seat of the African Union. At the COFCOR meeting, the ministers will discuss, among other things, the region's relations at the bilateral, hemispheric and multilateral levels, update on Brexit and its implications for CARICOM, the situation in Venezuela, and developments at the United Nations, including Security Council reform. Minister Brantley is accompanied by Samuel Berridge, Senior Foreign Service Officer at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Geoff Schumann, chair of the Felix Dexter Foundation in England, today, Monday, May 13th, met with the Junior Minister of Education, the Honourable Troy Liburd, at his office at Pennis Estate. The Felix Dexter Foundation was founded in 2014 in order to fulfill the legacy and celebrate the work of comedian, actor and writer Felix Dexter Tobin.
Felix Dexter was a young man, not very young, but very young in terms of before he passed away. He was born in St. Kitts. He left the island when he was 7. He had family both in St. Kitts and Nevis. Part of what a foundation does, it's to distribute some economic cohesiveness to the underprivileged, especially around academia and the arts.
Felix Dexter Tobin's specific wish, stated in his will, is that a sum be set aside to be given to a school in St. Kitts and Nevis for underprivileged children in order for a scholarship or bursary fund to be set up in his name.
We here in the Nevis Island Administration are very grateful for you deciding to come here and your foundation contributing to some of our young students here on the island of Nevis. I know that these charitable donations are not just for Nevis, they're for students on both islands, exactly. St. Kitts and Nevis, and I think that we will assist you in selecting some deserving students, and the scholarships that you will put forward will go a long way to helping some of these students to achieve their academic goals, and hopefully in the future we might see 1 or 2 of these students in leadership roles in St. Kitts and Nevis, and then persons like yourself would have known that you would have contributed to the lives of these young people. So we really greatly appreciate you coming here this morning, and I hope that this is the beginning of a long-lasting relationship.
Liaison, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The Felix Dexter Foundation intends to fulfill its patrons' legacy through actively engaging in and promoting their work, specifically through education, arts and culture, in addition to assisting in the health and well-being of disadvantaged and underprivileged young people in England and abroad. Also present were Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, and Principal Education Officer, Zanella Claxton. St. Kitts and Nevis's Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley, who is also the Premier of Nevis and Minister of Education and Tourism in the Nevis Island Administration, recently paid a visit to the Kai Ping Culinary School in the Republic of China, Taiwan, to explore the possibilities for cooperation in the area of hospitality. A press release from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs notes that this is in a quest to seek out multiple opportunities for investing in the youth in the Federation while growing the economy. Kai Ping Culinary School was founded in 1966 and caters to secondary school students from 15 to 18 years old. It has 3 programs: culinary arts, culinary night program, and an international bridge program. The student population is currently approximately 1,500, and the institution has a teacher-student ratio of 12:1. It offers 3 majors: Chinese cuisine, Western cuisine, and bakery and pastry, as well as 3 tracks: creative, internship, and externship. Minister Brantley said he would welcome such a school in St. Kitts and Nevis and invited the owner to consider such a venture. As noted in the press release, St. Kitts and Nevis continues to amass awards in the area of tourism, attracting international attention and acclaim. Consequently, this will encourage more visitors who have high expectations not only of the beauty of the Twin Island paradise and the hospitality of its people, but also its cuisine. These elements help to enhance the tourism product, which is vital to the growth of the economy. Following this visit, Minister Brantley and his delegation visited the National Palace Museum, where the minister explored the possibility of cooperating to digitalize the Federation's archives. Still to come.
The next major activity to come up is what we have called a health awareness campaign.
The details after this break.
Jump up, free up, bet up, no standing up. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45, yeah. Music, folklore, pageants, and so much more. Love, passion, pride, culture, I'm a 45.
Join us from July 25th to August 6th for the Caribbean's greatest summer line. It's Culturama 45.
Love, passion, pride, Culturama 45. Love, passion, pride, Culturama 45. Love, passion, pride, Culturama 45. Yeah. Love, passion, pride, Culturama 45.
Welcome back.
The theme for the celebration this year is May at 190, grounded in Christ, loving, serving, rejoicing.
Reverend Stedboy Pemberton, minister of the Combermere Methodist Church. The church is celebrating 190 years, having been established in 1829. Speaking to the Nevis Newscast, Reverend Pemberton made mention of a number of activities which will be held in celebration of the church's 190th anniversary.
Many activities have gone. The next major activity to come up is a health awareness campaign, which is going to be held on Saturday, the 18th of May, starting from 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Our God is a God that is concerned not just about our spiritual part of the body, but the physical part as well.
The health awareness campaign will take place under the big white tent at the old Combermere School grounds, adjacent to the Combermere Health Center, where persons are invited to have their blood pressure, blood sugar, weight, height, and pulse checked. The church's 190th anniversary celebration is part of Methodist Heritage Month, which is celebrated annually in May.
As a church, the whole circuit, we are going to be having our annual Aldersgate celebration, celebrating Methodist Heritage Month. Methodist Heritage Month is the month in which we celebrate the birth of the Methodist movement internationally, which would be from the 13th to the 17th of May, nightly, 7:30 nightly at the old Combermere School ground. The speaker is Reverend Dr. Adrian Smith. He's out of Barbados. On the 19th, we have the Aldersgate Divine Worship. The Aldersgate Divine Worship is going to be held under the tent, like we normally have. So all of the congregations would be closed on Sunday morning the 19th, and all of the members and friends and well-wishers and the community are invited to join us at 9 a.m. under the big white tent at the old May School ground.
Also on May 19th at 4 p.m. on MV Prince Devonte J will be the Methodist Church Aldersgate Cruise and Crusade. Tickets are on sale at $25 and can be purchased from Angelica Brown and Laurie Richards or any other congregational steward, or by calling the church's office at 469-1558. Reverend Dr. Richard Lee Gums will be the speaker at a lecture and breakfast on May 29th, and on May 30th there will be an anniversary service at the Company Methodist Church at 4 p.m. Other activities for the 190th anniversary of the Company Methodist Church include a gospel extravaganza in August, a Thanksgiving service in September, as well as an anniversary dinner in November. The celebration will climax in December with a youth demonstration and a musical program. And finally,
Heritage Life basically pertains to community, community living. And this day we try to enhance everything that pertains to heritage. Fried fish, kanki, aital, which we have right here, and dal, which we do have as well. Down below you will get your musa and your steamed fish and corn, etc., etc. So basically that's what Heritage Life is. It's celebrating who we are. It's celebrating our foods and our type and style of living. And it's something that we should celebrate. And the Heritage Village is the place where we do that every year. We come here and we cook and we celebrate life.
Manager of the Nevis Heritage Village, Sylvester Mead, speaking about the main purpose of the Nevis Heritage Village. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, John Hanley, was also present at the open day on Friday, May 10th. He gave his impressions of this year's activity compared to previous years.
I believe this event has been developing into a brand, if you will, a name for itself. It's becoming an anticipated event. The support has been very encouraging so far. We've seen people coming in groups and so on. We had quite a few school children for the morning, and even the children are catching on to the cultural idea. I saw some of the children asking for cornmeal, and children typically don't ask for that kind of thing. They go for the pizza and the hot dogs and so on. So overall, the support has been very encouraging, and we look forward to the continued support of the community.
The open day was held as part of the activities for Exposition Nevis, a month of tourism awareness activities, which is being celebrated under the theme Celebrating Nevis's Tourism Through Festivals. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.